This
So as
conference will now be recorded.
first requirement, as per this requirement, so what we have to do first? First we have to So see here, enter a statement. As per this assignment, first we have to read a statement from user. Then after reading this, we have to, we have to read statement like this. Then we have to print output like this. Actually, this is the statement I'm giving to you. So in this between, you have to analyze something, guys. In this meanwhile, you have to, we have to concentrate on our analyzing power. So that is, analyzing in the sense. I hope you are getting my screen. Once give me confirmation.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Okay, see here. So in this meanwhile, this is actually our input. So user will get the input like this. Then we have to print output like this. So for getting this result in this between, in this input and between, we have to follow. We have to do something here. That is first step. I will write few steps here. You please follow them. Then you will get more clarity. So steps I am giving. So first step one. Step one. First we have to read input. First read input, we already know. Then in step 2, in step 2 we have to, so after reading this input, here this is entire string we are reading. Read input in the sense read string. Then first after reading this, we have to, in second step, we have to we have to make that string as a words. That is the second step. So how can we make this entire sentence as a, here this is, I'm telling this is a string in the sense this is a sentence, right? Here we have list of, group of words we have. So now I want to make this entire sentence as a words, so how can we do that, guys? How can we do a sentence as a words? For that you already know that procedure, na? So which method we have to use to make this entire sentence as a words? Absolutely, Sudarshan, absolutely. We have to go with split method. Split is the method. Split method will try to make a sentence as a words. Split will return list of words. So this is over. We have to make that string in the sense read input string. So here I'm telling string. So we have to make the string as a words. That is over. Third step. In third step, we have list of words with us, right? In that list, in second step we are getting list of words. In that we have few alphabet words, few are numbers. Now we have to separate them. Instead of now we have to separate them, guys. So for that, so we have to separate uh, so we have to separate words, alphabets and numbers. That is the third step. In third step we have to separate, actually in this, here we are getting list of words now. In that list we have to check, is there is any alphabet word, is there is numbers. We have to separate them. We have to keep entire alphabets in one list. Then we have to keep numbers in one list. Then how can we check a word is a alphabet or not, guys? How can we find that coming one? No, that is each digit. Each digit will return, is that word is a number or not. If it is a word, if it is a digit, then we have to store that digit in one list. So for that we have to, to store alphabets, we have to create one list. To store numbers, we have to create another list. So that is the third step. Now step 4. So now in third step we are getting two different lists with us. One is the alphabets list, another one is the numbers list. Now in fourth step we have to make a dictionary. We already know that procedure. We have to make a dictionary. That's it, guys. These are the four we have to analyze. We have to concentrate. We have to analyze. First step we have to read the input. In second step we have to make them as a words. So we can able to include these two as a single step, right? We will I mean we will write single statement for these two steps, right? So input dot split is enough to get listener. So we have to make them as a single statement as per programming. In third step we have to iterate a loop for, I mean we have to use list iterator here, because we have to check each and every word na. Is that word have only alphabets, then I have to store that alphabet words in one list. Then if it is a digit, then I have to store that digit word inside one another list. For that we have to iterate a loop. That means it needs 2 or 3 lines. Then in fourth line, so now in third step we will complete, we will separate those two different lists. Then in fourth step we have to make them two as a single dictionary. I hope these 4 steps is clear now to you all. I mean, just I'm giving theoretical part, guys. Now steps I'm giving, this is a part of analyzing, guys. Yes, now we will see. Now it is over, it is clear. Now we will see programming. Now we will see small programming for that. So I'm going to taking new line, new file, guys. You also open that, control N. Now as per my statement, first we have to read a string from user. So that I'm going to reading a string. So while at the same time we are trying to making that entire sentence as a words na. So that reason I'm creating words here. Words is equal to input of input of input of. So inside I want to show you a message, that is enter a string. Enter a string I'm using. Then in the same way here only I want to split entire that, I mean entire thing. Split I'm using. So what is the default parameter for that split method, guys? You already know that, right? What is the default parameter for this split method? We already know that. What is that? What is the default parameter for this split? The name, in the sense split will separate a sentence as a words. Based on what it will separate a sentence as a words, guys? Abdul says number, then space I'm giving. So we want to separate that entire sentence as a words by using a separator. So for that, in split there is a default separator like a delimiter. So what is that, guys? Absolutely, Vinay. That is space. See here. So here Abdul space 23, 23 space Narsimha, something we have. In each and every word there is a space. In between two words there is a space. Based on that space, we are going to separating them. So that is over. Split method will give words to you. For your clarity, I will print that words. What's happened. So here I will save this one. Then task one I'm giving task one dot py. I have to save this one inside day 14. Not day 14. Let me say day 15 dot py. So now I want to run it. So run module. What is the input? So I have to give input like this now. That is, I want to give input Abdul 89. I want to give control C. Then I'm copying STF. Here I'm giving that word. Abdul space 23 space Narsimha space 67 space Bhargav space 89 I'm giving. Now I'm getting words now. So now I'm getting words. Abdul is the one word, 23 is the one word, Narsimha is the another word, 67 is the word, Bhargav is the word, 89 is the word. So as per my statement, I'm first step we have to read input, that is over. By using input method we are reading. Then after reading that input we have to separate them. We have to make that entire that string as a words. So that is over now. We are getting words, right? So here I'm writing what? Just I'm write words is equal to input of. This input method will read a string. After reading the string, I'm splitting by using I mean dot split method I'm calling. So these split method. So here by using this we are getting string. That means sentence we are reading. So we are separating that by using by using space operator. Then we are storing entire result inside words. Now inside words we have a list of words. Now what is the third step we have? What is the third step here? We have to separate alphabets and numbers. That means, so here how many alphabets we have? How many words we have? How many digits we have, guys? In this list, how many alphabets we have? How many alphabets we have? 3 alphabets we have. Then 3 numbers we have. So that we have to separate them. So for storing single value, we'll go with variable. Now we have more than one value now. Abdul we have, Narsimha we have, Bhargav we have. So I want to store these 3 in one variable. For that we have to go with list concept only. So that for storing Abdul, Narsimha, Bhargav, I want to create one list dynamically. Then for storing 23, for storing 67, for storing 89, I have to create another list. So that here for completing this assignment, I have to. So I'm going to commenting this one, guys. Now I don't want to print that words. Just I'm commenting. Now I'm going to printing words. Those are alphas is equal to one list. Then for storing uh, numbers, for storing numbers, I'm going to creating another list. Now these are the two different lists we have, guys. So inside alpha list, I want to store all words. I mean those are alphabet words. Then inside nums, I want to store all digits. So for that, now we have to separate them now by using list iterator for item in. So in for item in words. So list iterator I'm using because here we are getting list result now. What is the list type, right? So we are getting, when I try to print of words, I'm getting list type something. Now I'm iterating this one. So in this loop we have to check is that item. So inside words we have 6 items, 6 values we have. Now length of this words is 6 actually for this assignment. Now so from words I'm getting one item. That means in first iteration, what is the value inside item, guys? In first iteration, as per this, what is the item in what is the value inside item? In first iteration, what is the value inside item? No, that is string. I'm asking value. What is the value in first iteration? Please listen me. In first iteration, as per this list, in first iteration, what is the value inside this item? Inside this item, I'm going to iterating words, guys. I'm going to iterating words. No. Don't get confused, guys. Here I'm using list iterators, right? List iterator in the sense, now this is the words. So as per this, Abdul is the first item, 23 is the second item, Narsimha is the third item, 67 is the fourth item, Bhargav is the fifth item, 89 is the sixth item. So these are total 6 items we have. But as per array concept, Abdul value is existed at 0th position. So in first iteration, words I mean this list will assign Abdul to this item. So we have to check it. That is, if that item is alpha. If it is a alpha, what we have to do, guys? If it is alpha, what we have to do? So we are trying to checking in each and every iteration, we are checking is that is a alpha or not. If it is a alpha, what we have to do, guys? Where we have to store that item? We are going to separating in the sense we have to store somewhere now. Now where I have to store that one, guys? If it is a alpha, that is this condition is true. Absolutely we have to store inside this list. Inside this list I have to store. How can we store, guys? How can we store that item now? I'm checking if item dot is alpha. If that item is alphabets, have only alphabets, absolutely. Then we have to append that item to item inside alphas. So that append of item, I'm telling append of item. If this condition is wrong, in the sense, if this condition is wrong, then what is the meaning of that, guys? If item is true, if item is alpha, then I'm returning alpha. I mean I'm storing that item inside alphas list. If it is wrong, I mean this item is not a alpha, is that item have no alphas, that means that that string have else case. Absolutely. Store in nums, absolutely. If it is a false, if this is a false, that is in else case, we have to store that item inside nums dot item. Sorry, nums dot append of item. That's it, guys. That's it I'm asking. That. So if it is a alpha, if that item, so in first iteration we have Abdul, right? Abdul dot is alpha, that is true. So that we are going to appending this item inside alpha, that is over. In second iteration we are getting 23. So 23 item, inside item we have a 23. 23 dot is alpha, that is false, so that it will come to else case. Here I'm storing that item inside num. In third iteration we are getting Narsimha, so Narsimha dot is alpha, that is true, so that Narsimha will store inside alpha. In fourth iteration we are getting 67 from words, so from these words we are getting 67 we are storing that inside item. So item dot is alpha, that is false, because 67 have no word, no alphabet, so that we are going to store in that inside nums. So for your clarity, you just print both lists. So print of alphas comma nums, you just print these two, then you will get more clarity. Same statement again I am giving, guys. So I'm going to executing this one, run module. So here I'm going to giving, sorry, that's not a alpha, I have to enter input like this, right? I have to enter input like this. So for that you just check it. Now I'm getting separate list, guys. As per my third statement, we are separating words, the alphabet words, then we are separating numbers also. So as per my third statement, as per, we have to separate alphabets and numbers. Separating in the sense we are storing all alphabet words inside one list, then we are trying to storing all digits inside one list. Now this is over. Now I want to make last statement, we have to make a dictionary, make them as a dictionary, make them as a we have to make them as a dictionary, guys. So for that you already know, yesterday I explained something to you to make two different list as a dictionary. Now we have two different dictionary, one is the nums, another one is the alphabets. Now I have to make them as a dictionary. So for that again I'm going to making again I'm going to iterating a loop. Again I'm going to iterating a loop. Actually yesterday I covered for making two different list as a dictionary. So I want to generate dictionary dynamic, that is over. For this I gave example to you like this. So I will wait, I will show you that. So inside day 14 dynamic dict, I think we'll see it. I think this one. Okay, we are following here length na. So actually this is the basic procedure I explained it to you. So yesterday I took two different lists. Then for making them, I have to initialize a dictionary, that is first step. Then we have to finds length of any one of that list. Then we are making them as a dictionary. Now instead of using this concept, I will go with advanced one. That means by using enumerate, method, we will do them. Or else we will go with zip also. So first we will see zip method. We will go with zip method. Actually this is a procedure to make them as a dictionary, guys. We have to write these 3 lines to make a dictionary with the two different lists. So here also we have same concept. We also have same concept here. Here we have two different lists now, alphas and nums. Now we have to make them as a dictionary. So yesterday I gave this example now. Now instead of finding length or something, we have to use these two. By using default method, we will make them as a dictionary. So for that I'm going with zip method once. I have to go with zip method for that. So first we have to initialize a dictionary, guys. So d is equal to, we have to initialize. So in this example also I initialize dictionary here, guys. To make dictionary we have to initialize empty dictionary. So this is the one procedure, another one is the this one. Now initializing. Now I have to iterate a loop. So in each and every iteration, now I have to iterate a loop to getting two zeroth position values directly. So for that I am trying to giving k comma v in zip. Zip is the default method. Zip will take two different parameters, iterators. Those are, what is the first one? Alpha. Alpha. Sorry, alphas. That is another on list. Then a second list is nums. Second list is the nums. So in this case, this zip method will take. Now we will see what will happen. Then we will see further. So now I want to I want to print them. Print of k comma v. I want to check what we are getting every time. I'm saving this file, guys. I'm saving run module. So it is asking something to me. I'm giving. So you see here, we are printing Abdul 23, Narsimha 67, Bhargav 89. So meaning of this zip method here, this zip method will take, zip method will take two different list, guys. So here alphas is the one list, nums is the one list. So we are dynamically we are storing something values inside alphas and nums. We have to assume ourselves. Now this zip method will get value where first value from alpha, first value from nums. So alpha value will be stored inside K, then nums value will be stored inside B. That means inside alpha we have three items as per this assignment. Inside we have three words we have. I mean three alphas we have, three digits we have. So that this zip method first consider alphas. Alphas first value, that is Abdul. At the same way, it will consider first value from nums also. That is, what is that? Abdul and 23. Abdul will be stored inside K. 23 will be stored inside B. K value will be coming from alpha, B value coming from nums. So we are printing Abdul and 23. In second iteration zip method will consider second value from alpha, second value from nums. So second value in alpha is Narsimha. So that value will be stored inside K. Second value from nums, that is 67, will be stored inside B. Then we are printing. Then in third iteration, zip method will consider third value from alpha, that is Bhargav. It will be stored inside K. Then third value from nums, that is 89. It will be stored inside B. We are printing them. That is the concept. Now we are printing. We are getting clarity. We are getting two different. Now I want to make them as a dictionary. For that case, we already know that here dictionary name is D of I want to create a key. For that key I want to assign a value, that is B. That's it, guys. That is over. Now I'm printing D here. Just I'm printing. Save it. Run module. So I'm going to giving input name is something, guys. Abdul 23, Narsimha 67, Bhargav 89 I'm giving. Now we can check it. So I'm getting a result. Now I'm getting dictionary, guys. Abdul 23, Narsimha 67, Bhargav 89. Same logic will be applicable for second assignment also, guys. As for our second assignment, you have to enter something. For that we don't want to follow any procedure. Same step you are giving. So for the second assignment also, I'm giving this input, guys. Abdul Narsimha something I'm giving a same step you just observe for this assignment. Again I'm going to run module. I'm giving input like this. So in previous I'm giving name followed by number, name followed by number, name followed by number. Now I'm giving name followed by name followed by number, number followed by name followed by number followed by number. Now you just observe. Same we are getting Abdul 67, Narsimha 89, Bhargav 67. Same here. Now this is the logic. This is the way to implement logic, guys. We have to improve our analyzing skill, guys. I hope it is clear to you all what I did till now. So for this you can give a number of ways, guys. Even if you want to give all words one time, then all words another time, it will consider whatever the way it will consider, because I implemented this logic by using dynamic way, guys. By using dynamic way I implemented this one, so that reason it will accept everything. It will accept everything to me. Okay, only Sudarshan says clear. Then what about rest of others? So for your clarity, I will forward this logic. Inside. I mean, in chat box. If you are practicing along with me, you just go to that. I forwarded that entire logic to you guys. If possible, you just execute this along with me. Then you will get more clarity, guys. If possible, getting code from me, if you will practice along with me, line by line, then you will get more clarity, guys. Without practicing, you can't get programming knowledge. I mean, you can't improve your programming knowledge. That's why I'm suggesting you, if possible, just follow along with me. Okay, I hope it is clear to you all, right? Please give me response in chat box quickly. Okay, okay, Vinay, okay, Sudarshan. Okay, that's it, guys. Now we will see third assignment. Third assignment, here also, here we have to, I mean, for this assignment also I completed basic concept wise. So for this also, to resolve this one also, I will give few lines to you. I mean, what kind of analysis we have to do here, I will specify to you. So we have to first, we have, after getting a problem, we have to analyze it first. So that reason, so first here input is, we have to get something input like this. So from here, I mean, based on this input, you have to print, you have to make that number as a key. Then for that key, you have to assign count of that value. So for that case, first step. So here I will specify few steps, then you will get more clarity, guys. Steps, what is the first step, guys? So what is the first step I have to do here? Anybody, what is the first step I have to do for this assignment? First we have to do something na. What I have to do here? First read the statement. Absolutely, that is the first statement. Read statement. uh, Read the statement, that is over. So we already know, for making that dictionary, we have to separate that each and every digit, yeah, each and every digit by using space na. So that read statement, and then split them, and then split them. We have to do that in single step. That is, now second step, we have second step. In second step, we have to find, we have to separate unique numbers na, then only we will get right. So for this assignment, I mean, actually 3 days back I explained it to you, to print count. While explaining list concept, I gave this assignment guys, I explained this concept. So now I have list of values, unique list. We have to separate we have to separate we have to separate unique values. We have to separate unique values now first. That is the second step. So for that also, we have to include two steps actually. In, I mean, while explaining list I gave that, but here we will use concept. We will use function directly. Then there is no need to write another, I mean, two lines. Then step 3, in step 3 we have to find count. Then we have to make a dictionary with we have to make a dictionary, guys. We have to make a dictionary with the count of values, with count of with the count of values. These are the three steps we have to write to complete this assignment, guys. So first we will see, first we have to read a statement and then split them. We have to read that entire sentence, then we have to split them. So for that case, I'm going to taking new file. So here, nums we are getting, right? Nums we are getting now. So that input of. So here I'm going to showing a message, that is enter enter a enter a uh, just I want to show you a message, guys. That's why I'm using enter a statement here. Enter a statement. Then after reading that, we have to separate that entire sentence as a words now. So that I'm going to using split method here. Split method I'm using. Now first step is over. First, for your clarity, I will print nums. Print of nums. So save this file. Save this file. This is task 3 na. Task 3. Task 3 dot py. So for this, first we will check is that is, I mean, as per my statement, as per my first statement, we are separating that entire sentence, the entire sentence are separated or not. So I'm copying that input, I'm giving here run, run, run module 1 2 3 something. So see here, now we are reading a sentence, then we are separating them. We are separating them by using split method. We are separating them. Now we are getting nums with list of values we are getting. Okay. Now third, now second step is, as for this second step is, we have to separate unique values. So for that, for that, for getting unique list, actually, few days back I gave one I explained something to you. While explaining list concept, I gave something to you. For that, we have to create empty list, then we have to do something. Max 3 to 4 lines we have to write for that. We have to iterate a loop, then we have to check a condition, is that value is existed in empty list or not, then we are going to update it, appending. Now instead of going to that, instead of doing that, we have a concept here. I mean, in data structures, while explaining data structures, after dictionaries we have a another concept, part of dictionaries, that is set. By using set method, we have to get unique values, guys. We will see here. Now inside nums we have, inside nums we have nums we have something values now. Even that nums have right now, that nums have repeated values they, yeah, existed in that list. But now I want to print unique only. For that, set of nums I am giving. Set is a function. For that I am giving nums. Nums is a list. In that nums we have a values, along with duplicates also we have. Now you just save this one, run it, then again I'm giving one space, two space, one thing values I am giving. Now you just take it. So this is the nums, so inside, in that nums, one repeated what 2 times, two repeated 2 times, three repeated 3 times, four repeated only once, then five repeated 2 times, six repeated once, seven repeated 2 times, eight repeated 1 time. Now you just observe here. So after calling set method, set of nums, when I call this set of nums method, here we are getting unique values, right? So inside set, I mean, for set also, sorry. So for set also we are getting, for set also we are getting unique by using set up. For set also we are going to using flower bases, guys. For dictionaries also we have to go, we have to use flower bases. But if flower bases have values like individually 3 to 4, we have now values, we have, there is no pairing format. So that reason I will call this concept is a set. If inside flower bases, if we have pair values in pair format, key colon something, then only we will consider that is a dictionary. Now this is set type, guys. When I call set method, I mean, I already told you set is also one of the data type. Set is a dictionary also, I mean, data set, data structure also. It will store different types of values, and also it is a data type also. Because reason, here we have a nums is a list type. We are converting that nums from list type to in set type. So while converting them from numbers to list to set type, this set method will remove redundant values. Redundant values it will remove. Now again I want to get list values only. So by using set method, we are getting that one, guys. So that I'm commenting this one, So I want to get nums in list format now. So that reason, I'm getting li is equal to list of, I'm going to doing like this, guys. I want to get result list type only. So here I'm giving like this. So first we are trying to converting these nums. Actually nums is a list type. We are converting that one from list type to set type. Then I kept this entire set method inside list. So that what will happen, guys? Again we will print normal list also, normal list only. So for your clarity, I will print that statement. Print of li I am giving, guys. You just save this file, run F5, sorry, F5. It is showing something. I'm giving like this. Now you can see here. Now here nums is the list type. I mean, that is the list type. In that list we have a duplicate values, because after reading I'm splitting that. Then after applying set method in the sense, I kept that one. Sorry, I closed that thing, I think so. I have to open that one again. inside day 14, this one day 14, inside day 15 we have task 3. So see here, so for again getting list, so nums is the list type. I kept that list inside set so that it will convert that entire nums list type to set type. Along with the set, we'll try to, I mean, while converting that list from, I mean, while converting that one from list to set, it will try to remove duplicate values, removes duplicate values. Then the set method is existed inside list, so that again we are converting that list set type to list, then we are storing inside li. Now I am getting two different list guys. One is the original list, another one is the unique list we are getting. Then now we have to get a count, I mean we have to make a dictionary. That is the third step we have to do. So as per my statement, what is the third step here? So after getting that entire result, after getting unique list, for this also I wrote only two lines guys. Here we have only two lines. First is the nums we are getting, then for getting unique list we are using set method here. That is the method. It will try to return unique set values. Then set is existed inside list, so that we are converting that entire set to entire thing from set to list type. Then we are storing inside li. Two steps is over. Now third step, we have to make a dictionary with count of values. So for that, I mean, like we have to get result like this. So that reason we have to iterate a loop by using li. By using unique list, I have to iterate loop guys. So that for for i in li, that means inside list we have unique values now. So here I am storing inside this li, I'm trying to storing unique values guys, unique list. So for your clarity, instead of saying li, I am storing unique values I'm telling. So by using this statement I'm getting unique values. Now I'm saving this one. So here I have to iterate unique list, because inside actually how many values we are trying to reducing here, how many values we are trying to reducing here, how many iterations we are going to reducing. So we are going to reducing these three iterations guys. 3 4 5 6, six iteration we are going to reducing. If you will go with first one to iterate list, then we have to take five more loops. But I'm trying to iterating loop by using unique list now, so that I'm trying to reducing five loops here. So that for that unique list, then here I want to make a dictionary. So we have to make a dictionary now. For that we have to initialize a empty dictionary. We have to initialize empty dictionary. Now I want to make key as a I mean I as a key. Then that count, yeah, I mean I want to store that count as a value. So that now I have to check that I inside nums, inside original list we have to check. So that nums of, so nums is the original list, nums dot count of I. Count of I am checking. Count of I, that is over. That's it guys. Now you just print dictionary. You just print dictionary, save this one, run, run module. So here it is asking something. I'm giving, sorry, that's not a unique values. We have to pass something value. So as per this assignment, we have to pass this one. We have to pass this one. I'm giving this string here. Now see here, first we are trying making entire sentence. As for my theoretical part, first we have to read a sentence, then split them. I'm going to reading this sentence, then I'm separating. I'm reading, then I'm separating. Then in second step we have to separate unique values. So that here I'm separating unique values in second line. In third line we have to make a dictionary with count of values. Now so for four repeated only once inside this original list. Four repeated only once. Then six is the unique value. Six also is repeated only once inside my original list. Eight repeated one time in that list. Then five repeated only two times in that list. Seven repeated three times, I mean two times in this original list. Then one repeated two times in that list. Two repeated two times in that list. That's it guys. That's it, the logic guys. Once you will go with practical orientation, then no one will beat you guys. Damn sure to say that. Damn sure to say that. We have to get a clarity. For getting that clarity, we have to practice. Without practice, you can't improve your programming knowledge, guys. I am very sure to say that, guys. I hope this task 3 is also clear to you all. So for your clarity, I am forwarding this one also in chat box. If you are practicing along with me, just use that one. I hope it is clear to you all, guys. Please give me response once in chat box. Then we will see set concept. Because for that set, I mean, no need to explain anything, guys. Just I will give description about that set. I already explained. I mean, I gave example for this set here. We are using set concept in Python for getting redundant, for removing redundant values. That is the main mode of set in these dictionaries. Okay, Bhuvaneshwari is clear. Then what about others? What about Khadar Basha, Sudarshan, Sushma, Venugopal, Vijay, Monica, Mani Royal, Manogna, Fauzi. Then I don't know who is the caller 5. Ganeshwar Reddy. If you will interact with me, I mean, if you will start communicate to me, then only I can also will give more example to you guys. If you will sit in idle here, then I'm also helpless to you. I mean, I have no that much. I mean, I have no the guys.
This
Then I will give.
conference will now be recorded.
So coming to theoretical part, I'm going to explaining you set concept. Set. So set concept. So same statements, guys. For set also, it is a data structure. We already know it is a data structure. It is a data structure, and also it is a data type. So data type. So third step, it is a data structure and also it is a data type. That is enough. Then last statement, by using this we can uh, remove duplicate values, guys. These two lines is enough for about I mean, regarding to set concept. These two lines is enough. One is a, it is a data structure, that means it can store different kind of values. Then another one is the, it is a data type, because it will support type conversions. So for your example, here I'm giving, actually nums is the list type. We are converting that nums list type to set type. Then again we are converting set type to list type. This is the example for that. Then I mean, that is the reason we are calling it is a data type. Then by using this we can remove duplicate values. For your clarity, I will show you. Actually here we are getting same result. I included that example here because I will explain. I mean, I'm going to explaining in that. That's why I gave here. So we'll see small example for the regarding to this. Then I will close the session. So here I will show you. So I am going to initializing a set. For initializing set, actually to define set, we have only one way, guys. Actually to define list, to define tuple, to define dictionary, we have two different ways. But in Python, while coming to set, to define set, we have to we have to we have to use like this. That is, s is equal to, you have to go with function only, guys. We have to use function only. Actually to define list, we are going to using li is equal to open bracket and close bracket, or else we are using li is equal to list of method. For tuple also we are going to using t is equal to open parenthesis and close parenthesis, or else we will use t is equal to tuple of method. Then in third case, I mean, in dictionaries, for define dictionary also, we have to go with d is equal to open flower base, close flower base, or else d is equal to dict of we are using. But to define this set concept, we have to go with set only. So for this we have to use brackets, flower base only. Same flower base also we have to use here. But I mean, we won't define. I mean, we won't initialize set by using s is equal to double parenthesis. So now here I'm going to using set s is equal to, same flower bases I'm using here. If flower base have, so here see here Here we have a something values inside flower bases, but you just observe in that values have in key and pair format. So that reason, so in that flower base we have a value one. This is a one value wise, that is 4:1. In that 4 is the key, 1 is the value. So if values are existed like this inside flower base we will call that is a dictionary. If flower bases have values like this, 1 comma, if values have like this, in that case if flower base have values like this, then we will call that is a set type, guys. For your clarity, type of, sorry, type of, yes, just see here, that is set type, that is a set type, because we are going to using flower bases only, but those flower bases have values, I mean individual values, 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma something we have. So that reason I will call this is a set type. Now I already told you while initializing it will take duplicate values. Now here how many times 2 is repeated, guys? 2 repeated 2 times, then 3 repeated only once. So here I have, I mean have only 1 repeated 2 times. Now I will print yes here. While printing yes, you just observe how many times 2 repeated, guys, in this list. While printing, that means while showing to user, this set method will consider only duplicates. Actually while initializing it will take duplicate, allows duplicate values, but to showing user, while going to showing user, it won't consider duplicate, guys. That is the main thing. Same if you want to convert this one from set to list type, for that you have to use list of set of list of sorry list of yes, guys. Actually s is a set type, right? S is a set type, so that I'm keeping list of yes. Now you can observe, now it is converted from set type to list type. That's it, guys. So it is a data structure. That means you can able to include words also here. It will accept, don't worry that. It will consider characters also here. So it is a data structure and also it is a data type, so that it is supporting us to converting from one type to another type. Second one, to define, I mean if this can remove duplicate values, set will remove duplicate values. See here, so while initializing set I'm giving two times, so that it allowing, but while printing this set won't consider that duplicate value. That means it will remove duplicates values. Remove in the sense it won't remove everything, it will consider only one value from the duplicates, then it will print. So for this set also we have a number of functions, guys, but all those are not necessary, so that reason I'm not going with all those. So set in the sense union we have I mean, so I think intersection, I mean difference, something that is minus symbol, add in the sense for adding, like union intersections we have na, like that, conjunction disjunctions, those concepts it will support. Max, these all functions, I mean discussing all these is not necessary in Python, because as per, I mean as of my experience till now I'm using the set method to removing for duplicate values only. So that reason I'm ignoring all those, guys. I hope it is clear to you all. You please give me a reply in chat box. Yes, Sudarshan says it is clear.